Hello, this is Soundout here, back in another Kamen Rider Gaim review. Today we're taking a look at the Kamen Rider Gaim Arms Change Series number 10, Kamen Rider Gaim Jinba Lemon Arms. Now, you're currently watching the standard YouTube version of this review, but if you'd like to watch it with a bit more flair, check out the link below to go to hirotaku.com and check out the enhanced review of Kamen Rider Gaim Jinba Lemon Arms. Alright, so here we have Kamen Rider Gaim Jinba Lemon Arms. Now, before we get to the arms itself, which is interesting in its own right, let's take a quick look at the packaging. Now, this was sold with a new Gaim body, but the packaging here, as you can see, represents the Jinba Lemon Arms in the silhouette, but also shows that you can do Jinba Cherry, Jinba Melon, and Jinba Peach, including a four-sided color wheel here at the top of each of those. Jinba arms on the bottom, and on the back you can see 7, 8, and 9, which I reviewed, are advertised. 18 points of articulation, swappable arms, cool. Same kind of box we've been looking at 9 different times now. So, taking a look at the actual figure, we'll pull the arms out of the way, because that is the most interesting part. Let's get basics out of the way. Pre-arm state Gaim. Here is pre-arm state AC01 Gaim. Now there are some minor differences. The most notable of which is the different driver, the regular Sengoku driver on Gaim here, and then you have a Sengoku driver with the Genesis core attached on Jinba Arms Gaim. So, in addition to that, the gold is a lot brighter on the newer figure, same with the silver. And speaking of silver, he's got a new silver head crest as opposed to the gold on regular Gaim, and he's got the black in the mouth, much like Bujin Gaim does. And he does not have a Muso Saber, nor does he have a peg for one. So you get no Muso Saber on your Jinba Gaim. But he does have the lock seat holder, so he is fully accurate to the series. So yeah, if there was a way of switching out drivers, because, well, this is the simplest thing. They could have packed in a new head for Gaim. But because the driver's different and there's not a simple way of switching belts like there is on SH Figuarts, that is why we're getting a new Gaim body for this figure. And it's because of that. So, what can you do? Anyways, moving along, standard articulation on this base pre-arm state. Nothing else really much to say. If you want to see more in depth on it, go watch the review of this guy. Now, let's take a look at the new arms, the Jinba arms. Now, this is an interesting arms. Because of the Genesis core, you can use any of the Energy Rider's lock seeds, so lemon, peach, melon, and cherry are all possible. Now, what's really cool is that this is a symmetrical design on all four sides. Nice little top piece we'll get to in a second. And in the series, we've seen it mix with the cherry energy arms or the lemon energy arms. We haven't seen the other two yet, but it's the orange arms, which is where all the bumpy stuff comes from, mixes with the energy arms, which gives it its color. Now, when you have the figure in its base configuration, it does start with a lemon on the front. But you can see all four sides are the same, so we'll get into that. So first off, let's get this out of the way too. Sonic Arrow, exactly the same as Zangetsu Shin, and it has the opening thing. It still has the clip, even though there's no place to clip it on this figure. But, cool. Moving along, let's perform the new arms change. So you just line this up like usual. You click it on his head, nothing unique there. This is where it gets interesting. First of all, you need to separate. These are all tabbed together. So you got one here for the front plate. You got another here for the shoulder piece. And then this is where it gets a little complicated. This is the first time that's happened in the arms change series, and hopefully the last time that you do have to do a little bit of parts leprosy, where you do have to remove this piece here, which will become the shoulder pads, and move it. But this back plate folds here, this folds here, this folds here, this folds out to show the lemon, and lastly, to add a little extra bit of detail, you have to unfold these little shoulder pad things, slide it around his head, It will click into the 2 tabs on the back piece. And now you got Kamen Rider Gaim Jinba Lemon Arms, which is incredibly back heavy, apparently. Also, these pieces like to pop off. Do not worry, they are designed to click back on. Now, here we are with Jinba Lemon Arms. Of course, he's got the sonic arrow, courtesy of the energy lock seed. But let's get into some basics. First off, they are stickers for the chest, but they are pre-applied, and they are metallic, but you can't see the lemon slices in there, including Gaim's logo. You got the new helmet piece, which isn't too unique, aside from the fact that it doesn't click into the black paint like the others. It actually clicks into the collar piece. I'll show that in a second. But it is a repaint of the helmet piece that was originally included with orange arms. The differences being, this one has a flatter base, so it can actually stand on its. Well, they both can kind of stand on its own. There is no peg in the back of the head anymore, and it is black and silver with the orange insert as opposed to being all orange. So that adds to the nice, sleek look of the form. It does have kind of a boxy design, just based on how the Jinba thing looks. I'm not really sure. The word Jinba is weird. I'm not really sure what it's supposed to represent. But that being said, in the series, this is a bit wider, so you can see the full Sengoku driver. And also, even though it can assume all 4 forms, you still have a lemon energy lock seed. Again, the energy lock seeds being uniquely shaped like that did cause a problem, but in most poses it's covered by the armor anyways, so not a problem. But that being said, the articulation isn't hindered, except for the 360 movement, because of the obvious shoulder pads. This back piece does cause an awkward gap, but overall not too bad. The only thing that it doesn't do is do the mass shifting that it does in the series, where these get smaller. These other 3 get smaller, and this one gets bigger. But what can you do? Now, what you can do is assume the other Jinba arms. So first off, when you're disassembling this guy, it's best to kind of pop this all off before trying to change it. Also, the helmet piece clicks in here. That's how it clicks in. So we're going to click that in place. Now, you don't have to fold this all back up to do this, but what I'm going to do for simplicity's sake is I'm going to remove all this so you guys can see this. So, the next Jinba arm we'll assume, let's do Melon Energy since it's right here. So, best idea is to figure out which one you're going with. The other one folds up. Now, you can't just slap this on his head because all the connection points are here in the middle. So what you got to do is you got to turn this piece. Now, it was really tight on mine originally, but the more times I've used it, the looser it's gotten. And then it also helps to use this kind of as an anchor, because this will turn, slide his head in there, and now we're ready to go with Jinba Melon. So let's slide this on his head, click him down, and now we have Jinba Melon Arms. Now, this is a possible combination, probably going to happen in the series. I know the toy designers do get some kind of indication of what's going to appear in the series, so they can decide how toys are being released and such. But as you can see here, it's like Jinba Lemon, except with a new melon design on the chest. Now, in the series, as of this moment, Gaim does not have a melon energy lock seed, and so therefore cannot perform this form even if he wanted to. But you can see you got the melon slices there. Again, stickers, but the nice reflectiveness kind of breaks up just the black and gray that it is. But really cool. So anyways, moving along, I don't want to waste all the time popping this off and switching it around on camera, so I'm going to do a couple quick edits here so we can check out Jinba Peach and Jinba Cherry. Alright, so here we have Kamen Rider Gaim Jinba Cherry Arms. Now, this form we have seen in the series after he got his Cherry Energy Lock Seed. And it does give him super speed, which is pretty cool. But as you can see, the Cherry design is really neat. I like how it looks. The black background kind of makes it blend in really well. The cherries being red, the sonic arrow being red. It just gives it a nice look. And finally, here we have Kamen Rider Gaim Jinba Peach Arms, which is scheduled to appear in the series in the next episode that is set to air, which has not aired as of the time of this recording the video. So I'm not sure what extra powers he gets, but I do like the Peach Energy design. It's a bunch of peaches. Very Marika-ish. and very Den-O-ish at the same time. But that being said, that is all 4 of Gaim's Jinba arms. And overall, I think that it's pretty cool that this figure can assume all 4 forms. While it was kind of a duh, it can do that because it's a symmetrical design thing, when we first saw the form, I didn't actually think it was going to happen in the figure until it was revealed in magazine scans. But that being said, I think the design is fantastic. The rotating disc works really well for making sure that the figure can assume all 4 forms. And overall, aside from a few mass-shifting problems, which, real-world physics can't perform, there's really no issue I have with this figure. So overall, really cool. Now, this figure did get a bit more of a wider release than Gridon and Kurokage did, because it was a Gaim figure, and a lot of places did stock them. And overall, really cool and highly recommended. Now, the moment you've all been waiting for, the arms change montage. Now, before we begin, I'm going to set a few rules. First of all, as we stated earlier in this review, the pre-arm state for Jinba Gaim isn't too different. It's a silverhead crest, a different driver. I don't feel like I need to show all of the arms on the new Gaim body. I feel like later reviews we can do that. Maybe a video down the line. But not today. I don't want to waste your time and mine putting the same armors on a slightly different figure. But what we'll be able to do is put the Jinba arms in all 4 forms on all the other riders. So here we go. Come on, mix! Banana arms, Naito Vuspia, Jinba lemon, Jinba melon, Jinba cherry, Jinba peachy, ho. Hi, mix! Budo arms, Ryu, ho, ha, Jinba lemon, Jinba melon, Jinba cherry, Jinba peach, ho. Suya, mix! Melon arms, Tenkai, Gomen, Jinba lemon, Jinba melon, Jinba cherry, Jinba peachy, ho. Soda, mix, melon energy arms, Jinba lemon, Jinba melon, Jinba cherry, Jinba peachy, ho. Come on, mix. Dongari arms, never give up, Jinba lemon, Jinba melon, Jinba cherry, Jinba peach, Suya, mix, Matsubokuri arms, strike in the shadows, Jinba lemon, Jinba melon, Jinba cherry, Jinba peach, So overall, Kamen Rider Gaim Arms Change Series 10, Kamen Rider Gaim Jinba Arms, is a pretty cool figure. The fact that you have 4 arm changes and 1 fruit is awesome, and I really like the idea. And guess what? A miracle has occurred. I have caught up on my Kamen Rider Gaim reviews. Kachidoki Arms has not got a release date yet, but shouldn't be till the 3rd or 4th week of April, which means I'm caught up. It finally happened. I caught up on the reviews. I'm caught up on reviews. Anyways, be sure to check out Hirotaku.com for all your Kamen Rider Gaim news and more. Check out Raja Nihon for Kamen Rider Gaim music and podcast. Discuss Kamen Rider Gaim on the Hirotaku.com forums at hirotaku.com/forums. Until next time, saying goodbye.